Okay, so right. So the reason why I ask that question is because oftentimes we find people going from one religion to the other, meaning Christianity to Islam. And what our people don't really know is that both have a major part in our enslavement. You understand? I can show you the history of Islam in the Bible real quick. This is just going to be for your edification because we stopped by. What was your name, brother? Lester. What about you, my sister? Wife. What's your name, sister? Val. And what about you, my sister? You look familiar. We might have talked with you before. You're sure? You're sure? Okay, Victoria. All right. So, Lester, I want you to listen good to this real quick. I'm going to show you some history in the Bible. All right. So, give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1 real quick. All right. So, we're going to go through some 27 and 1 is fine. Read 27 and 1. Just listen good to this, bro.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel.
So now slow down a little bit for me. Because it's the Bible just said Moses with the elders of Israel, right? So this is letting you know the audience or who the Bible is written to. You understand? You follow? Read it again.
Moses with the elders of Israel.
Moses with the elders of Israel. Always keep that in mind. All right, so now we're going to read some things that he said to Israel, the audience. All right, let's see what Moses said to the Israelites. So now I want you to jump to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. No, just jump to 28 and 1. We got the point. I just want to get that point real quick. I wanted to get Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Listen good.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So now we hearing that the Lord said he would bless all of Israel if they abide by his laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? Thou shalt not kill. You know some of the commandments, right? What are some of the commandments that you know of? Right, thou shalt not kill, steal, some of the basics out of the 10 commandments, right? But it's a whole book, which is this Bible of laws. It's full of laws, right? So now, if they kept the commandments, they would be blessed as a nation of people, right? So we use this to show our people there's blessings, and then there's the other side of the coin, which is called the curses of God that he put on us, okay? So now this is talking about a nation, because the reason why we point that out is because we think of ourselves on an individual scale. We don't think of ourselves as a nation. Like we all went into slavery as a nation of people. Right. Okay. But today we say I'm blessed and it's about my relationship with God. But now read 15. Listen good to this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So who's the audience again? Israel, right? So now if you don't listen, right? If you listen, I'll bless you. But if you don't listen, read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses, the opposite of the blessing. This is the other side of the coin, right? And we finna focus on this. We finna highlight how important the curses is. Read. Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, let's see what the curses represent. I want verse 46. Sir. Let's see what the curses of God represent. Okay, let's read this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So the Bible said the curses, my curses or my judgment that I'm putting on you as a nation of people is going to be on you for a sign, for a wonder, and upon your seed forever, right? So if you know anything about a sign, it helps what? Help you see, know where you at, right? How to locate something, right? So now, for example, here's a sign on how to identify God's true chosen people. Jump to verse 16.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
One of the signs is that the children of Israel will be what? Read it again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
What did it say? Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Now, you look like you older brother. How old are you? 39, right? So you done seen some things. Where you from? You from Minnesota? St. Paul, Minnesota. Tell me what it's like in the cities of our people. East St. Paul or North Minneapolis. Tell me what it's like, the condition of our people.
Bad.
It's bad, right? Give me some ideas of what bad means. Crack, guns, murder, police brutality. You understand? Drugs, prostitution, you name it. That's what's going on in our cities. Right. And we are forced to live in these areas called it's through redlining, right? You heard of that before, right? So God said, one of the ways to identify my chosen people is because I'm gonna make sure they are cursed in the cities.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Right. You understand? Whether you're gonna have a low social standing, all right? Last hired, first fired. You understand? All of that goes into cursing the city. Read.
Right. And cursed shall thou be in the field.
And cursed will you be in the fields. What is that talking about? Slavery. Very good. Right? So our ancestors, they was cursed in the fields. You understand? They picked cotton, they picked tobacco, they picked the sugar cane in some of the islands and things like that, right? So that's clearly our history. Now, these are the signs of our history is the signs to help us identify who we truly are today, because it is evident that through slavery, our names was taken away from us. You understand? No longer are you going to identify yourself as Israel, that God is black, Christ is a black man, the angels are black, and you made in his image. Now you're going to have this, and you're going to take my last name, Jackson, Smith, Johnson, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see, Ito Adams. So I called your name, right? Johnson. Now that's obvious because what? Your ancestors had a slave master named John. And when they saw his slave, oh, that's John's son. You know what I'm saying? Because they refer to us as boys. You understand? So that's why they say Johnson. It's really John's son. That's his son right there. That's his slave. That's his boy. So we carry on the names of our ancestors. Jump to verse 30, our slave masters. Jump to verse 37 real quick. Sir. Proverb and a byword. So I'm just showing you how we proven that the Bible is a true book. But what it is that we've had lies perpetrated to us through Christianity, right? Because again, we trade one religion from another, and we not Christianity, okay? We condemn that. You understand? So let me show you. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword.
A proverb is a wise saying. You want to hide anything from a nigga? Put it where? In a book. That's a wise saying. Niggas love chicken and watermelon. That's a wise saying. You understand? One white dude told me, he said, you know something, a park bench, what that can support that a black man can't? I said, what? He said, a family. That's a proverb. These are the things that they say about themselves, right? It's messed up, you know? So now, and it read it again.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
An amazement. An astonishment means an amazement. Meaning, we're in amazement because we went through all of this. Millions of our ancestors were enslaved. You understand? Out of the 80 million or so that they put into slavery, 12 million of us or so survived the transatlantic slave trade, and you're the offsprings of those people. That's an amazement. You're in amazement because you came up with the world-leading inventions, the traffic lights, the refrigerators, the phones, the motor engines, the lights. You understand? We're in amazement to that point. And we're also in amazement because we kill each other. Damn, these people, they God shows the people and they kill each other because the other nations know that about you. Read.
A proverb and a byword.
A byword. Johnson, Smith. You understand? Eugene.
What is nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children